Well, I'm certainly comfortable talking about my faith with my friends. I think most of my friends definitely have a religion that they affiliate with, and if not, they're pretty sure of their beliefs. So it's definitely comfortable for me, and I know that because there's so much flexibility within Reform Judaism that even though my beliefs might not be the same as other Reform Jews, they're still accepted. And from working as a secretary at my religious school and kind of being in touch with the community very often, I'm comfortable talking about it with anybody. I know people come in with questions a lot. They want to know what their child is learning or what we represent as a temple. So I'm comfortable talking about it with anybody. We're not, Judaism isn't about pushing the religion on anybody, so it's easygoing. Talking about faith with my parents. I'm pretty comfortable with that as well because we've all gone to services together as a family since I was little. And I'm pretty sure they know what I believe in, what I don't believe in. And we're pretty open as a family, so I'm comfortable talking to my parents about my faith too.
Well, right now, comfort-wise, talking to my parents, they haven't asked. They're just like, "How was church?" And I'm like, "Oh, it was cool." They're letting me make my own decision on that. But I feel like if they would sit down and talk to me about it, I would feel really uncomfortable, which is weird because I'm fine with talking about everything, like even sex. But I don't know. This is just more personal to me, I guess. But to friends, it really does depend on who it is. Like, right now I don't know why, but I haven't really been talking to people about it. I just say I go to church on Sunday when they ask. They don't usually ask me to elaborate, so I don't really know. Nobody's asked. I haven't gotten into that conversation yet. Before church, I've just been telling everyone I believe there's a God, but I don't know what he's like or what his plan is or anything like that.
Well, if I know them, yeah, I'm okay with it. If I don't know them, it's I need to get a connection.
I do feel comfortable talking about my religion with my peers and everyone I know. It's a bit harder for me since I'm not completely decided. I haven't I've spent time, but I haven't spent time on thinking of like the specifics of what I believe in. So it's more of just like an open conversation usually when I'm talking to them about my religion.
Well, I mean, I think this interview is an example of I'm a really open person. I don't know you very well, Debbie, but I don't care. I'm just saying what I believe in. I feel comfortable talking with my friends about my faith. I complain to actually most of my friends, regardless of what it's about, just because I don't really close myself off. The only people who I would feel comfortable talking about my faith is my family because they're very strongly Catholic, and I'm pretty sure my parents would be let down if I told them, hey, I don't know what I believe in. I know my grandparents would be distraught, so I'm probably never going to tell them, just because I wouldn't want them to be distraught. And
depending on how well I know the person, if it comes up in a conversation, I'll have no problem telling people what I believe and how I feel about it. But, sometimes if it comes to like where there's a stranger, I may be like, I don't want to offend somebody by saying something about my religion.
I feel pretty comfortable talking about my beliefs with anyone. I'm theist, which means I believe in a God, but I don't really conform to an official religion. If anyone wants to know what religion I am, I just tell them that I don't really belong to one, and it's not a big deal to me.
I'll go ahead and sneakily click on it, but...
So, for my parents, I honestly feel most comfortable because they've always been open and accepting, and I just love them for that. Oh my god, I'm like crying, okay. And for my friends and strangers, my best friends, I feel comfortable, but even so, I have this thing where I feel like everyone has a belief, and if I say something, I'm sort of like interrupting this belief. That's what I feel like. But I know that's not right, because I mean I should always have a say in things, but it's always harder for me to talk about what I believe, because everyone else has their own belief, and I don't want to, like, you know, mess with it, because I feel like everyone's like me, you know, since I'm very easily influenced, everyone is easily influenced too, and I don't want to mess with their way of thinking, and I don't know, it's just something I always have trouble with. But I mean, it's not something I don't do, because I do talk to my friends and acquaintances. It's just harder for me. Yeah.
I would feel comfortable, but the only part that makes me a little bit shaky is that I don't know that much about the subject, because, you know, again, I've never been really serious about it, so that's the only thing. I might not provide legitimate information about Buddhism to people.
I guess I feel comfortable with talking about this with everyone, because then more people will understand me.
I feel very comfortable talking about it with my friends and acquaintances. I think there's a difference between talking about it and trying to, like, push it on people. I think in conversation, if you're just talking about it and, you know, voicing what you believe, I have no problem with that. Trying to, like, convert people, I mean, I believe that's the work of the Holy Spirit. You can't really do that. You can share your beliefs, but you don't want to, like, you have to be respectful about it. With acquaintances, sometimes it's harder, because if it's people you don't know very well, they're not always very respectful, and I don't like getting into arguments about it. And my parents, I mean, my dad's a pastor and my mom's a Lutheran school teacher, so it's pretty easy to talk to them about religion.